Hi everyone, my name is Rishika Palli. Today I'll be explaining you the chapter Force and Pressure from Class 8 Science textbook. Let's begin. First, let us understand the term force. A force is a push or a pull applied on an object. Interaction forces. Forces arise from an interaction between two objects. They always come up in pairs. When a force is applied in the same direction, that time the net force is the sum of the two forces. When forces are applied in the opposite direction, the net force is the difference between the two forces. What can force do, or what are the effects of force? Force can change the speed of an object. It can change the shape of an object. Force can change the direction of an object. The main important effect of force is that it can move an object from rest. For example, a ball changes its position from rest into motion if someone kicks it. What is state of motion? The state of motion of an object is defined as a speed which is acquired by the object in a particular direction. Force is responsible for the change of the state of motion of an object. Now let us understand the difference between rest and motion. Rest. A body is said to be in rest if its position does not change with respect to its surroundings. For example, a book lying on a table, a bench fixed in the park. Motion. A body is said to be in motion if its position continuously changes with respect to its surroundings. Example, a flying bird, a boy playing with football. Now let us learn the different types of forces. There are two types of forces based on the interaction of objects. They are contact forces and non-contact forces. First, let us understand what is contact force. A force that is exerted only when two objects are touching each other are known as contact forces. For example, when we write with a pen on a paper, the paper and the pen come in contact. Thus, this is an example of contact force. The next type of force is non-contact force. A non-contact force occurs when the objects or materials do not touch one another. There are two types of contact forces, muscular force and frictional force. There are three types of non-contact forces. They are magnetic force, electrostatic force, and gravitational force. Let us begin with muscular force. A force resulting due to an action of muscles is known as muscular force. Frictional force is also known as friction. Friction occurs whenever two surfaces rub against each other. Friction is a force that always opposes the motion. For example, a boy mowing his lawn. Now, let us start with the first type of non-contact force, that is magnetic force. Magnetic force is the force exerted by magnets. Example, force of attraction and repulsion between two magnets. Force exerted by a magnet on a piece of iron or steel. As we all know, whenever we keep a magnet beside another magnet, it gets attracted or repels away from it. Thus, we can say that magnetic force is a non-contact force. The next type of non-contact force is electrostatic force. Electrostatic force is the force exerted by a charged body on another charged or uncharged body. Example, a plastic straw charged by rubbing with paper attracts a suspended plastic straw. A plastic straw charged by rubbing with paper repels a suspended plastic charged by rubbing with paper. So this is an example of non-contact force. Gravitational force. Every object in the universe, whether small or large, exerts a force on every other object. This force is known as gravitational force. Whenever we fall down, the gravitational force pulls us down. Thus, gravitational force is an example of non-contact force. Gravitational force example. A ball thrown in the air comes back to the surface due to Earth's gravity. There is another type of force known as the tension force. It is the force exerted by a rope, cable, chain, etc. Is known as the force of tension. Now, what is the standard unit of force? The standard unit for measurement of force is Newton, named after a great scientist. This was all for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you.